I'm looking for a job, and then I go and somebody says, "Oh, if you don't know anybody, you will not be employed." And then I think even when I was doing my national service in Ghana back then, I had some of my classmates and a couple of friends. They were posted to the passport office in Ghana, I think in Kumasi or somewhere, and then there was they were like, there is no space here, or there is no opportunity available here because they do not know somebody in here. So I think certain actions of the state, or okay, yes, certain actions of the state, or certain let me say people within hierarchy of affairs have sort of affected us in a very psychological way. So when we move to abroad for greener pastures, the trauma, the experience, the whatever that has happened back home automatically doesn't leave us, because now we are in a system where I would say, in a much better words, or in lack of words, free and fair, where there's meritocracy. You are given opportunity based on your experience, based on your knowledge, based on a whole lot of things, not because you know somebody in a company or something. So if you're saying somebody has a PhD and is doing cleaning, I would argue from the perspective that certain occurrences back home has cognitively affected the individual. So I wouldn't say they are not patriotic because they don't want to go home, but there's already the assumption that with this degree that I have, there's already somebody back in the university in there who is like also fighting to be promoted or something. And then there is also this idea back in Africa that when somebody schools abroad and then come back home, we are not on the same level with that person. So he or she might want a bigger position than us. And then people there do not also want that. So it's more like you, the individual, you are fighting the system, and then the people in the system are also fighting with you. So even I would not say that people are not patriotic, but I would say the system back home doesn't really push certain people to go back home because already they've, they've experienced it before leaving, and now they've been exposed to a whole different system together, and then they've been socialized in a different way of doing things. So if I'm to go back home with this behavior or with this renewed mindset, there are still people back home who are not also renewed in the mindset that we are having. So there will be some sort of conflict. You get it? So I would say patriotism, we are patriotic, no doubt about that. But it is the system that pushes us to determine if we want to be fully patriotic or lackadaisical about our patriotism. You get it? So
Okay, so
it is not our fault, or it is not their fault, but due to certain occurrences, is making them behave in that way.
in other words, you're saying that many of us are lackadaisical patriots.
If you want to use that word,
This could be my headline.
I think
Uh,
we are not patriot because the system has to, not because we choose to.